Hi there, and welcome back to this tutorial series where we're building a Sokoban game in Unity. In the previous episodes, we set up the project, added a player, and implemented smooth grid-based movement for both the player and the boxes. We also introduced walls and goals, laying the foundation for our gameplay mechanics. In this episode, we'll take things further by adding a game manager and implementing logic to detect when all boxes are correctly placed on their goals. We'll also add feedback to indicate when a level is complete. Start by creating a new script called GameManager in the Scripts folder. Once the script is created, add a new empty game object to the hierarchy and name it GameManager and drag the GameManager script to the new game object in the hierarchy. This game object will act as the central hub for managing game logic and level completion detection. I'm just going to move the GameManager game object a little higher in the hierarchy for better organization. This step isn't necessary, but it helps keep things easier to find later. Now open the Game Manager script so we can start writing the logic. I'll start by removing the start and update methods since we don't need them right now. Next, we'll utilize the singleton pattern, which is commonly used for managing game-wide systems like the Game Manager. This pattern ensures that the Game Manager is accessible from any other script throughout the game. Here's how it works. If there's no existing instance, this object becomes the instance and is marked to persist across scene loads using Don't Destroy Unload. If another game manager already exists, this one gets destroyed to avoid duplicates. This ensures we have one centralized game manager controlling game-wide functionality. Now open the box controller script. I noticed that the isMoving variable isn't being used anywhere, so let's fix that first. Next, we'll declare a private field to store this GameObject's material, which will allow us to change the box's color when it's placed on the goal. We'll initialize this material in the start method by fetching it from the box. Open the Game Manager script again, and let's add two public static variables. These will hold the colors for the normal box color and the highlighted box color. This way, we can easily access and manage these colors across the game. First, let's take a look at the box to determine its current color, so we can use those values for the normal color variable. Now, we will do the same for the highlighted color by inspecting the goal material to get its color values. You can, of course, choose any colors you like. It's entirely up to you and your design preferences. Now that we've chosen the colors, let's go back to the box controller script and use these colors in the code. First, when the box enters the goal area in the onTriggerEnter method, we will change the box's material to the highlighted color, indicating it's on the goal. Then, when the box exits the goal area in the onTriggerExit method, we will revert the box's material back to the normal color, indicating that it's no longer on the goal. Save your scripts and head back to the Unity editor. Now let's test our changes. If everything is set up correctly, when the box moves onto the goal area, it should change color to indicate it's placed on the goal. When it leaves the goal area, it should revert to its original color. This works as expected. Now, when the box is placed on a goal, it will change color to the highlighted color. When it leaves, it will revert back to its normal color. This helps visually indicate to the player which boxes are correctly placed on the goals. There seems to be an issue with our script. Let's test it again. I think I know what the problem is. The issue arises because when the box transitions from one goal area to another goal area, Unity triggers both on trigger exit for the first goal and on trigger enter for the second. This sequence can cause on goal to momentarily be set to false when exiting the first goal, even though the box immediately enters another goal. To resolve this issue, we can maintain a count of active triggers. This approach ensures that on goal remains true as long as the box is within at least one goal area. Let's fix that now. First, we create a private field goal count to keep track of how many goal areas the box is currently on. Since we're no longer using on goal here, we can remove it for now. When the box enters a goal area, we'll increment the goal count to indicate that the box is now placed on a goal. When the box leaves a goal area, we decrement the goal count by 1. If the box is not on a goal, we'll change the color back to its normal state. But if it is placed on one or more goals, we'll switch it to the highlight color. Let's also set goal count to 0 when it leaves all goals to ensure goal count doesn't go negative. Save your script and let's test it again. Now it's working as expected. Now that it's working as expected, let's head back to the script and make sure that our onGoal property is properly set. To do this, we can simplify things by using this line, public bool onGoal equals or greater goal count is greater than 0. What this does is it checks if goal count is greater than 0, meaning if the box is on one or more goal areas. If it is, it sets onGoal to true. So whenever the box is correctly placed on a goal, this will return true, indicating that the box is on a goal. In the onTriggerEnter method, we'll also add a call to checkWhen to check if all the boxes have been placed on a goal area. So whenever a box enters a goal area, not only will it update whether the box is on the goal, but it will also check if all the boxes have been correctly placed. If all the boxes are on their respective goals, this will allow us to trigger the win condition and complete the level. Now let's write the code for the checkWhen method in the GameManager script. First, we'll switch over to the GameManager script and create a new public method called checkWhen. Inside this method, we'll first get all the box objects in the scene by searching for any object tagged box. We'll also get all the goal objects by looking for anything tagged as goal. We'll store these in separate variables to keep track of them for the next steps. We'll use Find Game Objects with Tag to find all the objects tagged box. And similarly, we use the same approach to find all objects tagged goal. We store these in arrays so that we can easily loop through them, compare if each box is correctly placed on a goal. In the for each loop, we check if each box's on-goal property is set to true, indicating that the box is placed on a goal. Then we count all the goal objects to ensure the number of boxes matches the number of goals. If the values match, that means all the boxes are placed on the goal areas and the level is complete. We'll print level complete in the console when all the boxes are on the goal areas, indicating that the level has been successfully completed. Now let's test the game again to test this out. Now select the console window in Unity so we can see the message when we complete the level. Once all boxes are on the goal areas, you'll see the message appear in the console, confirming that the level has been finished. As you can see, the message level complete appears in the console when all the boxes are placed on the goals, indicating that the level has been successfully completed. This concludes this episode, where we successfully implemented a game manager, added visuals to detect when a box is placed on a goal, and implemented the logic to detect when all boxes are on the goals, marking the level as complete. The main mechanics of a Sokoban game are now complete, and you can build your own Sokoban game by following this tutorial. Of course, there's always room for improvement, such as adding functionality to read levels from a text file or integrating more appealing 3D models and animations. Depending on the interest and engagement from our subscribers, we might make more episodes in this series, exploring additional features or improvements based on your feedback. I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. Don't forget to subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more game tutorials and possibly upcoming episodes in this series.